Today, we're going to be talking about 5 reasons not to move to Murrieta, including some controversial aspects that I don't talk about on video very much. Let's get to it. Hi, I'm Jessica Genung with Active Realty in the Genung team. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you could take a quick moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, that really helps us and we appreciate it. Reason number 5 not to move to Murrieta, and this is my controversial one, is that this area does lean red. So it leans a little bit conservative. For as long as I've lived here, I've been here since 2009, we have had a Republican congressman. His name is Ken Calvert, and I do notice that it seems like typically our mayors are, our city councilmen, typically they are Republican. As far as the Republican-Democrat numbers, when you look at the population, it's actually pretty close to 50-50. I think that does also lean Republican, but I refer to it as California conservative, where I don't feel that this area is overly conservative. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up in this video, is because I have been getting so many calls and questions about people inquiring about the area and the politics that are interested in moving here. So I think it's important to talk about. Like, for example, I had a couple from Florida just reach out to me just a couple days ago, and they were not happy about what's going on in Florida with how COVID has been handled, and they think that people should be wearing the mask more, and that they're not happy with the people that aren't getting vaccinated, and they were very specific in their email that they do not want to move to an area that leans red. End quote. So, I informed them that it is my experience that this area, it does lean a little bit red. Now, on the flip side, a couple of prospective people that were thinking about moving out here from Texas reached out to me, two separate people, like back to back. I was beginning to think there's going to be like this exodus from Texas, kind of like this reverse political refugee, whatever you want to click. All the California conservatives, they're going there. Well, some people that are on the other side are considering going here because, in their opinion, it was getting too conservative for them. So they were concerned about several policies and the direction that things were going in the town that they're living, which they were living around the Austin area, actually. So I was kind of surprised to hear, but like one particular policy that they were concerned about was they're increasingly seeing people open carrying guns without a permit. And so that was a concern of theirs. We don't have that here. I don't see people open carrying guns, and I don't see that happening. So thought I would shed some light on that. So I hope that helps answer some of the questions that I've been getting calls about, because a lot of people, they do just assume that our area, like California, it's very well known, this is a very solidly blue state, that this area is going to be the same. But my experience, and I would love to know down below in the description, if you live here, do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? My experience is that it leans a little bit conservative. With that being said, I have had several not conservative clients recently that have moved here, and they have been very happy with this area. So it's pretty 50-50. So I think either side of the aisle that you're on, I think it's going to be fine. Reason number 4 not to move to Murrieta is if you want a bustling nightlife. So it's a pretty sleepy town here in the evening. Like bars especially, they close early. I believe it's actually like a city rule. Most of them are required to close by 12. There's a couple that are grandfathered in till 2 o'clock, but quite frankly, those are not the greatest establishments in my opinion. So most things close quite early here. So this isn't like the beach where we've got a lot of bars and clubs and they're happening and they're open late. There is a ton of stuff to do here, but as far as late night activities, not a whole lot. Everyone goes home and goes to bed here. Reason number 3 not to move to Murrieta is that you want neighborhoods and homes with a lot of character. Most of our neighborhoods, the architecture, quite frankly, it doesn't have a ton of character. Most of our houses are pretty new. Like your old houses in the area are mostly going to be like in the 80s, and then some in the 90s, and then a lot are in the 2000s. So you don't have kind of like some of those areas in, you know, LA and San Diego and different places. You don't have the old properties that are really unique with cool character. As far as getting a unique custom property in the area, you know, that's going to be over $1 million. So we do have a lot of really nice custom homes with a lot of character, but it just would bump up the budget. But your average track home is just a stucco home. It's normally quite big. It's got an attached garage, normally a decent backyard. They're very similar. Spanish style is like the prevailing architectural style, so that is what it is. Reason number 2, it's getting crowded. Like a lot of Southern California, we have traffic. It seems to be increasing. My opinions on traffic in the area is Temecula and Menifee it probably has your worst traffic. I would say that Murrieta in Winchester is not quite as bad, except for like rush hour right along Murrieta Hot Springs. That gets pretty bad as well. But a lot of people are moving here. More people are moving here now that they're able to work from home. A lot of our clients now are coming from San Diego, LA, Orange County, that are able to work from home. So Menifee and Winchester in particular, there's a lot of new construction going on. So off Newport Road in Menifee is becoming increasingly more trafficy. I don't know where I'm going with this. Also, on the topic of it getting crowded is, you know, compared to a lot of our clients that are moving from across the country, they're coming from these towns where you can get these big, beautiful, nice lots. What's typical in Southern California and our area is, you know, the lots are not super big. So you're not going to have typically a ton of privacy. You're going to have a neighbor right next to you and probably on the other side of you, and your lot is probably going to be in the 7,000 square foot range. So you're probably going to want to, you know, close your windows if you're getting changed at night and that sort of thing. So we don't have a ton of space unless, you know, again, you're in the over $1 million price range. So you can get more space, but you have to pay for it. Reason number 1 not to move to the Murrieta Valley is that you really want 4 seasons. You want your, you know, spring, summer, fall, winter. We have like 75% of the year, our weather is very mild. Like today, we're in the low 70s, and then we have a very hot summer. So this is terrible, sorry. Like yesterday, here we are, I think it's November 22nd that I'm filming this video, and yesterday the high was 86 degrees. So we are definitely not in fall, headed to winter type weather around here. Mind you that 86 degrees in November, we are unseasonably warm, and actually I think it's happening in a lot of areas throughout the country that everybody's having kind of a mild fall, but ours just happens to be particularly warm. So along with the 4 seasons, as far as a reason that you might have a difficult time with this area is that if you cannot handle the heat in the summer. So for about 3 months out of the year, this area gets very hot. It is pretty deserty around here, so we do have many days over 100 degrees. It is a dry heat, but if you are particularly sensitive to the heat, the summers will be difficult. So let me know down below in the description, maybe you're local to Murrieta. What are your reasons not to move here? What are your least favorite things? What do you hear about people moving to the area, what they like or dislike? Would love to get some feedback. Did I get it right? Should I not talk about politics anymore? Are you glad I gave you that information? I would love to know. I hope everybody has a really great Thanksgiving. That's coming up in a couple days. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Okay, use this last one, get rid of my whole first one.